You don't wanna never count yourself out, make it a great one. Just be sure to leave out the doubt, time to wake up.
Hi, I'm Harrison Tash, author and illustrator of Exit Without Leaving. As a business grows, one of the biggest challenges I hear leaders talk about is where do they put their time? The biggest risk isn't a lack of effort, trust me, we all know. It's leaders spending time on work others could do instead of focusing on the work only the leader can do. And what I mean is that there is some things that only the leader can do. So I want to touch on that in this video. Here's the secret. If you get these right, your business scales. But if you don't, you might become the bottleneck or your business stalls. I want to show you these 5 things that are so important that you can't let up on them. Okay, so number 1 is set and protect the vision. The leader is responsible for defining where the company is going and why it exists, the purpose. Vision isn't a statement on the wall. It's a clear picture of the future that guides decisions. It's your job to set direction, translate that direction into priorities, and repeat so often that people almost get annoyed, but it's what they think about when the time is needed. I call this the horizon vision. And if I was to draw this out for you, the horizon vision is essentially what is on the horizon as you're climbing it. If you email us, opt in, we can get you exclusive videos on the horizon vision. Here's the main point though. When vision isn't clear, teams pull in different directions and momentum stalls. And that starts to look like people going on different mountains than what you want to go on. And this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to get everybody on the same page, going up the same mountain. Okay, number 2 is build healthy leaders. Only you can do this. Managers manage tasks. That's what they do best. Some managers don't really want to manage people much. They really want to manage how work gets done. Leaders develop people. And I should say healthy leaders develop people because that's how you scale. Only top leadership can identify high potential individuals, decide who gets invested in, and coach others on complex decisions. You know, like storytelling, sharing how you get past these problems, the things that you've ran into in the past, and all those things in between. Everyone eventually flows back to the owner if you're not developing the people. When you do that, that's not growth, that's dependency. And we want to get away from that. So only leaders can build more healthy leaders. And here's a tip for you. If your top line leaders aren't a highest priority on your list each week, each month, you might have your priorities wrong. A little bit of a gut check. All right, number 3, shape and guard the culture. Now, culture is this word that people like throw out loosely, but essentially think of all the people in your business when they're collectively put together, the sum total of all the individuals, how they act, feel, talk. This is your culture. So you want to protect those things. And culture is created by what leaders model and what they tolerate, especially the more you grow. Your values aren't what you say, they're what you enforce. And I want to show you what I mean by this. Values are these things that we talk about all the time. But in every decision in your company, they get filtered through something. And if they're not being filtered through values, you're going to make decisions that you don't necessarily mean. And you're going to let your culture drift away from what you really wanted it to do. This means holding people accountable, especially when it's uncomfortable. And again, go back to your values. If you don't have values, again, we have special videos that are exclusive that you can do opt-in, and we'll get you those so that you can see what values really are. Number 4, make the highest leverage decisions. Only leaders can do this. Not all decisions are equal, and you know what I mean. Some permanently alter the trajectory of your business, like strategy, resource allocation, people, time, money, key hires, partnerships, and risk. These are leadership decisions. If you're buried in small little choices, you won't have the clarity or possibly even the energy to make the big ones as well. And here's an example of this. If you love diving into all the details in your business and you allow a leader who's leading a portion of your business, if you allow them to mistreat their department or they don't hold people accountable, it's your job to make sure that's happening. And so if you're diving all these details over here and you're allowing that to happen, you're gonna miss a huge decision down the line, like a key hire or a strategic movement or a partnership that someone's trying to form that you don't know about, and the risk gets higher and higher as you grow. All right, number 5, design the organization. Only the leader has control over the design of the organization. And here's what I mean by this. It's organizational structure, it's role clarity, accountability, and bottlenecks all require top-down view. Only the leader sees the whole system. If you think of it like this is really your view of your company. Even your leaders, your top line leaders, and every employee in your business mostly is focusing on something so small like the day-to-day, like right there. And it's your job to lift your eyes and to see where the bottlenecks are, where there's a lack of clarity or accountability so that you can fix it. Growth becomes chaotic when structure evolves by accident instead of design. All right, so here's the key takeaway. If you focus on these 5 areas and intentionally delegate the rest, your business becomes stronger, your leaders grow, and the company stops depending on you for everything. And if you're saying, well, the company doesn't depend on me for everything, well, I need to ask you a question. What are you doing that you could delegate to somebody else, that somebody else can be doing, so that you can do what nobody else is doing? I believe a very famous person taught me that. My dad. The question to ask yourself is simple. Am I doing what only I can do, or am I just staying busy? The answer will tell you everything you need to know about your next stage of growth. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Contact us at connect@consultlivingwater.com and just respond to our email by saying opt in and we'll get you that access. So please join us on the next video and subscribe to this channel.
Meet Bob. Bob buys, exit without leaving. And that's it. No action, no change. Just another dusty book in the graveyard of good intentions. Bob's business didn't exit. It just left. Now meet Jason. Same book, different story. Instead of using it as a paperweight, he tries the ideas. Wild concept, right? He tailors the principles, teaches his team, and suddenly, boom, growth, freedom, a business that finally works, without him working 24/7. Exit without leaving. Not just another business book, the one you actually use. Don't be Bob. Pre-order now. Build healthy leaders. Don't be Bob.